Attune yourself to the pulse of your decks. That is the planet's essence. Traveler, you've more than a passing interest in Queen's blood. It has bewitched you. Be at ease. It is only natural to hear its call. Queen's blood is of the planet and for the planet. It, like all things, is part of the great cycle that connects us. Indeed, each and every card holds within it a greater purpose, one that belies their form. Come, join me in a match, that you too may glimpse the truth of our great mother. turn I did not expect, which confirms my fears. A strange, wicked power hangs over the Lifestream, and a similar dark energy has corrupted Queen's blood. Be careful. The game's pleasures belie the thorns beneath that will bleed you slowly and surely. Many devotees have succumbed to the darkness of which I spoke. Too many. Remember, the cards are a link between us and the planet. If you are in trouble, reach out. She shall answer. O great mother, hear my prayer. Watch over your son.
Congratulations! You have attained the rank of Blood Captain. As such, allow me to brief you on another promising player. An advanced Queen's Blood AI named Wise can be found in the Dust Bowl. I suspect it might prove a worthy opponent.
Shall we partake of the planet's wisdom through the cards once more? Do as your heart bids, friend.
We will now embark on our tour of the Veil, whereby you may all experience the flow of spiritual energy. Our journey begins here, at the dawn of life, as newborn souls, freshly birthed by the planet. Though the road ahead is unknown, we are not afraid, for we walk with the Great Mother at our side.
Lift your gaze to the heavens. Watch as the clouds drift through the sky, going whichever way the wind takes them.
We humans are the same. The planet charts a course for us, and we need only walk it.
Quite right. All we need to do is follow its guidance. For one day it will surely lead us to the tranquility we seek. Since time immemorial, these sacred lands have been rich in spiritual energy. To pass through the veil and trace the whistling winds is to reflect on the journey of life and our eventual return. It is to understand the cycle that sustains us, the cycle of death and rebirth. Quite right. All we need to do is follow it. I still need to decide on a subject for my next seminar.
Yeah, down with Shinra. We'd be so much better off without them. You can't. May the conversations held here become the spark that rekindles hope for planetology and mankind.
Love how they talk around here. Gather round, fellow planetologists.
Oh, wise ones, gather at the bar and let your knowledge be shared.
I also recently came up with a new cocktail, the Lifestream. Care to try it?
Why did you have to leave?
Every day I strain to listen.
I say we replace the stuff with wind power.
Welcome, friend, to the Starlit Pub. If you're looking for a drink, the Torch is our biggest hit.
A lot of folks downplay the planet's peril, but if they saw the weapons up close like we did, they'd have no choice but to acknowledge how bad it really is. Folks around here, though, they get it. They want what's best for our planet. You can see it in their eyes. Wonder if it ain't too late to recruit them to Avalanche. Only wish we could have made it out here sooner. Only wish we could have made it out here sooner.
It's difficult to have a proper discussion with young people these days.
Whoa! It's like the planet's floating right in front of me.
This variety of spirits is sacred, actually. In fact, it was originally brewed for ceremonial use. Local flora make up the bulk of what's used to brew it. exact method for doing so is a closely guarded secret.
My, aren't you well informed? Then you know about Cosmo Salt? It's a special kind only found around here. A unique property of the local minerals causes it to take on a star-like shape when processed. It's really quite something. Since time immemorial, these
I went to a meditation session.
ancient spiritual.
I joined a seminar earlier, but the mentor running it was so hot, I couldn't focus.
We yearn to chase the horizon, embrace exploration, wheresoever it takes you, to drift about, to wander from place to place. That is the essence of life.
Then, sir, will you be embarking on a journey?
Quite soon, yes, for our mission is to spread the teachings of planetology to one and all.
We are secret soul, born of one mother, with boundless love for her children. She serves as both cradle and crucible.
I need to rest my brain at the hotel before the next seminar.
We yearn to chase the horizon, embrace exploration, wheresoever it takes you.
My precious materia, where are you? No need to be shy, come out. Yuffie's gonna take you home. My precious materia, where are you?
Go forth, brothers and sisters. Lend an ear to the winds.
We're coming to you live from Cosmo Canyon for a special episode of Card Sharks. Oh, it's our very first catch of the day, folks. We have ourselves a challenger. Hello, sir. Care to tell the folks at home who you are? Ha ha ha! Could this shark be more of a guppy? Well, I spy a row of razor-sharp teeth in this little fishy's maw. You might be the QB killer we've been waiting for, but there's only one way to find out. That's right, our audience doesn't want to hear commentary, they want to see blood. To up the ante, our challenger's opponent will be none other than your host with the most, me, Bernard. Talk about carnage, am I right? I'm lucky I got out of that match with my limbs intact. Today's shark is a ferocious man-eating menace. He made a serious splash with some ruthless moves. Players the world over have got to be shaken in their boots. Something tells me this beast is about to upset the QB food chain. Better start swimming. Congratulations to you, sir, for an incredible match. Though we found the canyon's resident shark, the fun never ends on this show. Stay tuned because we've got more coming your way. Look who it is, folks. Our favorite card shark is back. Is this apex predator still feeling a mite peckish? Feeling camera shy already? Well, don't you worry. We'll be here when you've found your courage.
Through the practice of mindful breathing, we can tap into the flow of the planet's spiritual energy and bring it into ourselves. First, a deep, calming breath through the nose. Visualize the energy entering into your lungs. Feel it work its way through you to your fingertips and toes. Let it fill your body, then breathe out, that the energy may return to the planet.
Sorrow is not a burden. Another of the planet's gifts.
Professor Gast often visited the Vale. I must say it was always an honor to receive such an eminent scholar of the Cetra.
By unlocking this knowledge, it allows us to hide.
I plan to devote the rest of my life to studying. There's no word
Pause.
Fancy running into you here. Say, how about I get a shot of you giving thanks to the planet? The canyon's also famous for its unparalleled view of the starry night sky. I made sure to bring all my night photography equipment along. Can't sleep until I've got the perfect starlit shot. Just let me know if you find any good photo spots. So expansive and enthralling. Our planet is the greatest artist. The way the shadows...
One must exercise patience in the pursuit of knowledge.
There's something that's truly magical about the harmony of natural structures. The beauty of this place is unreal. Pictures can't do it justice. Wonders such as these have to be experienced in person. I want to believe I can capture this magic. I'm looking for spots with a spiritual feel, if you know any.
Put your faith in our great mother. She would never forsake us, never abandon us, for we are her children, one and all. This wonderful planet is always watching over us, ever keeping calamity at bay. If people everywhere resolved to not take her bounty for granted and offered up prayers of gratitude, no man, woman, or child would suffer.
Not so fast. Sorry, but visitors aren't allowed in here. You see, this is where we keep all our valuables. You see, this is where we keep all our valuables. Not so fast. You see, this is where we keep all our valuables.
Oh, these are the friends I was talking about.
Thank you for looking after Naoki. My name is Bugenhagen. I teach planetology here in the canyon. One could say I know a thing or two about our world.
A thing or two? I doubt there's a thing or two you don't know about it.
Well, it might seem that way to a child like yourself.
I'm not a child anymore. I'm 48.
40 what?
Naoki here has a long life ahead of him. In human terms, I would say he's about 15 or 16 years old.
That's more than old enough. I can protect our Vale and everyone in it. Which is more than I can say for my good-for-nothing father.
Speaking of the members of our little community, have you announced your return to one and all, Naoki?
Not yet. Be right back.
But where are my manners? Please, come in and have a look around.
Only those who have the key, as well as fellow Bugenhagen's permission, are allowed inside. Only those who have the key, as well as fellow Bugenhagen's permission, are allowed inside. Only those who have the key, as well as fellow Bugenhagen's permission, are allowed inside.
If we've anything to fear, it is not our fellow man, nor any creature big or small, with whom we share our home. It is that which comes from beyond the confines of this world, that which disrupts the natural order, the other which may attempt to claim and consume the planet. And so I bid you, her children, to join hands and come together, for united, we shall never succumb to fear of celestial calamity.
Naoki never had much exposure to the outside world. I can only hope his travels with you have served to enlighten him. Have my devices piqued your curiosity? They are essential to my studies of the planet. Naoki never had much exposure to the outside world. I can only hope his travels with you have served to enlighten him. That records fluctuations in various energies. I must ask that you handle it with care. It's a rather delicate device, you see. Whoa! Those devices are testing the pull of gravity. While that may appear to be little more than a glistening mineral at a glance, It is in fact a crystallized collection of our planet's memories.
Don't you worry, my dear. I'll find a way to bring out the full depths of your beauty.
Here we seek to gather the wisdom of the planet.
That's a scale model of our planet and the surrounding stars. One could say the dust it's collected represents the people who live upon it. Do you recognize that little scamp? I'll have you know that in his childhood, Naoki was quite a handful. Let's not be hasty. I'll show you that room later. That is one of the first Mako detectors ever built. Though I suspect it can't detect much now. That right there is a type of a current generator. It harnesses the power of the wind to produce new airflows of its own. Perhaps you've encountered them before during your travels. You won't find a larger telescope on the planet. With it, you can see to the edge of the galaxy. There's no better view of the stars than through this scope. But the lens could do with some cleaning. My apologies.
The planet connects us, one and all, for everything exists through her.
There's so much we have yet to learn about the universe.
Nothing is as beautifully complex as the cosmos.
The lights we observe here have traveled to us from the far reaches of time and space. To gaze at the stars is to gaze into their past, what they once were, eons ago.
Can't say I'm all that interested in the future, but that's just how we're wired. Humans can't help but fixate on the past, on what used to be.
The lights we observe here have traveled to us
Mind your manners in front of fellow Guggenheim.
But that's just how we're wired.
The planet connects us, one and all, for everything exists through her. That's...
The planet crying out. A sorrowful dirge indeed. One I've heard all too often of late. This tubing allows us on the surface to hear the inner voice of the planet.
What we just heard didn't come from the planet, though. That was definitely the voice of a weapon.
You seem awfully sure of yourself, miss.
Because we saw them, with our own eyes. 2, in the Corel and Gungaga reactors. They were loud and huge.
A fascinating account, were it true. However, such grand delusions could be a sign of Mako poisoning. Do see a doctor.
Excuse me?
Oh. Yes. That would do them some good. Judging from everything you've said, the three of you are unfamiliar with basic planetology. But it is never too late to learn. Please, come with me. I present to you our planetarium. While the Shinra building features the latest iteration, this particular one is my original design. Now then, without further ado, this is only the beginning.
A shooting star!
Planetology is not simply the study of the cosmos and the celestial bodies that dwell in it. Rather, it is a quest to comprehend the cyclical nature of life. Behold, the planet we call home. It was from its soil, so teeming with life, that mankind was born. And like all living things, man is fated to die. So, what happens next? The body withers and returns to the planet. But what of the mind, the spirit, the soul? Much like its former vessel, it too returns whence it came. To the great river where all intertwine and circle the planet without end. A cycle of continuous convergence and divergence. The ceaseless ebb and flow that is the Lifestream. An apt name, though it is as much a reservoir as it is a stream, being the sum of the planet's spiritual energy. It is the very essence of our star, the blood coursing through its planetary veins. And if ever that essence were to be entirely depleted, Of course, these are but basic principles of planetology.
So you're saying that Mako is spiritual energy, which we're using up?
Just so. Siphoned from the planet and processed for industry, that energy can no longer fulfill its true purpose. It is fated to fuel man's machinery, then fade away.
Okay, but does it actually fade away? I mean, what if it doesn't? What if it just returns to the Lifestream in a different form? Is that possible?
A novel theory, suggestive of a lack of understanding. However, that can be overcome with time and education.
You rang?
Please escort this young lady to our seminar room, would you?
Right this way. Okay.
Hey, can I come?
Got a question. Planet runs out of energy. It and everything on it dies, right?
Yes.
There any way to avoid this? Like, making the spiritual energy stronger?
Why are you asking me such things? I'm sorry. I've come to realize that I'm somewhat stuck in the past. We've entered an era in which humanity exerts unprecedented influence over its environs. And as both the planet and society evolve, so too must science. And yet it seems that I cannot. Perhaps I'm much too old of a dog to learn any new tricks. Was my explanation of planetology not to your liking? Perhaps a seminar would provide a more agreeable experience. Was my explanation of planetology not to your liking? Perhaps a seminar would provide a more agreeable...
Here we seek to gather the wisdom of the planet.
Thanks so much for taking such great care of Naoki for us. Fellow Bugenhagen instructed me to let you take anything you think might prove useful on your journey. Check out the storeroom when you have a chance. Come on in.
Right this way.
Put your faith in our great.
This village is lame. Did you know none of the materia here is even real? And don't get me started on the planetologists. Bunch of blowhards in love with the sound of their own voice.
If people everywhere resolve to not take her bounty for
Within you all are the planet.
Tell me.
I heard from fellow Bugenhagen. By all means, please come and join the seminar. Follow me if you would.
Which would you say is a more worthy pursuit?
They are both one and the same. Wouldn't you agree?
I ask you this, who among you has looked inward?
The River of Lights is one way we show up.
All the time I've spent here listening and learning.
A seminar is in progress. Please be respectful.
I've always been on the bigger side, but I've never been into physical stuff. Painting and poetry are more my thing. My old man, he used to say it was a waste, me spending all my time indoors. According to him, a big kid like me was using twice as much spiritual energy as other folks, and I was a burden on the planet. But he was wrong. That extra energy I received from the planet, it was a blessing. And after imbuing it with my compassion and intellect, I'll give it right back. No way is that a waste. It's just the opposite.
Indeed it is. Thank you for sharing.
Blessings of the planet be upon you.
Now, would anyone else like to share their story with the group?
So, my parents are no longer with us. Here, that is. But I believe they're still out there, on another plane. I've been reading a bunch of theories about this alternate world in the hope of going there someday. And over the course of my studies, I stumbled across a fascinating theory. It addressed the issue of what the Lifestream is, arguing that spiritual energy is actually a manifestation of our knowledge and memories. Like I said, it's a fascinating theory, but it's incomplete. What about our hopes and dreams? We remember those, don't we? So what if spiritual energy doesn't distinguish between our real, lived memories and the unrealized desires buried deep in our hearts? What if coming into contact with that energy allowed us to peer through the looking glass, so to speak? It's just an idea, but I hope to find the truth someday.
Well, isn't that splendid?
Blessings of the planet be upon you.
And may the bounty of the planet's knowledge be with you forevermore. Now then, would anyone else like to share their story? Don't be shy. Every contribution is welcome.
Blessings of the planet upon you. Fellow Bugenhagen sent word that you might be joining us. You are more than welcome to do so. Blessings of the Fellow Bugenhagen sent word that you might be joining us. You are more than welcome.
Please continue on into the assembly. Please continue on into the assembly.
What about you, miss? You must have a story to share. Please.
Me? Okay. Where to begin? I fell into the Lifestream. I don't have words to describe it, except beautiful, maybe? It was a lot to take in. Feelings of kindness washed over me. Long-forgotten memories came flooding back. It was a warm, comforting place. But there was also conflict. A war between the planet and its enemies. And we can't let them win. We need the planet, and it needs us. We have to rise up, fight back, defend it from this terrible threat. Thing is, I don't know how to do any of that. And I hoped you might have the answer. I'm not criticizing planetology or anything, and I'm not trying to scare anybody either. I just... You know... Never mind. This is all coming out wrong.
Please, do not be discouraged. Should you ever wish to try again, we would be more than happy to listen. What matters is that you keep challenging your beliefs. Stop doing that, and the answers will forever elude you. On that note, I think we should adjourn for the evening. The River of Lights is almost upon us, so let us head to the torch.
I'll see you at the festival.
The River of Light ceremony will begin shortly. This night comes but once a year, bringing us closer to the planet. I've no doubt you'll feel her grace. The River of Light this night, I've no doubt you'll feel her grace.
Ah, the River of Lights. Once a year, we gather the souls that have drifted to our veil and return them to the planet whence they came. I heartily encourage you to join us in this ceremony. Ah. Once a year, I heartily encourage you to join...
There is no seminar being held here at the moment. Can I help you?
I think meditation has really helped me attune to the voice of the planet. Everything she says seems so much clearer to me now.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Lately I felt like I can make out what animals are saying.
What?
No, seriously, I heard it clear as day. Some kind of dog yelling, "I'm back!"
We are siblings all, born of one mother, with boundless love for her children. She serves as both cradle and crucible. When our journey ends and our return is ordained, we go as beings honed by lives well lived, a bond to the planet that ensures the cycle continues. It is for our mother and for our brothers and sisters that we render up our bodies and our souls.
I went to a meditation session. Cleared my mind right up.
We yearn to chase the horizon, embrace exploration, wheresoever it takes.